Hello, I'm John Bolbrook. Thanks for joining me. You will find our current deal list immediately below this video. A lot of clients will tell you right off the bat they think that the deals that make sense for them are the short-term deals. And of course, we understand. Everybody wants the immediate pay deals. The issue is that a lot of these same people have financial planning needs that extend well into their 70s and 80s. Whether they like it or not, it's a question of getting beyond the I only want the immediate pay deals. So if you have a client who is 60 years old, does he or she have long-term care insurance? Do they qualify for long-term care insurance? Do they want to pay for long-term care insurance and then never use it because of one ailment or another? Or maybe they live a long, healthy life and never need it for any reason. Our long-term care deals, where you can lock in a payment now, 15 or 20 years ahead of time, are unique in that you have tax-deferred growth at 6 or 7% compounded. In the case of the long-term care example, your client retains the funds whether they end up using the funds for long-term care or something else. Another example is someone who has a 3-year-old grandchild. I think we all have clients who have young grandchildren, clients who have $50,000 to $100,000 that they would like to earmark for the grandchild's college education or something to pass on to a disabled member of the family, where a $50,000 or $100,000 purchase could wind up being 5 to 10 times that amount down the road. Basically, what I am asking people to do is to think about different reasons that well-to-do clients would have to purchase payments that start in 15 or 20 years. Obviously, the average client, when they look at fixed income products, is thinking about their immediate near-term needs. They are thinking about the income stream that they want to maintain in their own retirement. They are thinking about short-term, where we would argue that we all have long-term needs as well, even if we are 60 or 70 years old. Even your 70-year-old client has a 15 to 20-year time horizon. If you are 70, chances are, if you need long-term care, it's going to happen around age 85. Why would the client who is worth $2 million and is 70 years old put $100,000 away for 15 years when he may never need it? Because they are going to want a high level of care. Our product is a perfect instrument to cover some of those costs. And look at wealth transfer, for example. You've got someone who is worth $5 million that wants to skip a generation and leave substantial money behind to grandchildren. If you have someone who is worth $2 to $5 million, who is 70 years old and has 4 or 5 grandkids, if he puts $200,000 away or even $100,000 away, now that comes due in 30 years, you can get out some of these longer-term contracts 8 to 10 times what you put in. And you can also gift the ownership directly to your grandchildren. Or set up a trust that will receive these payments. And when they come due, it will pay them out and pass them along to your heirs. And do it as the trustee sees fit down the road. It's a very efficient way to transfer wealth, and it's one of the few things available anywhere that guarantees you 7 to 10 times your money. And you can make this not part of your estate. Now, obviously, you would have to work with attorneys and tax advisors to find out what works in your own state and what works in your own situation. But this is a very efficient way of transferring wealth. You think that every one of your clients wants something that starts immediately. They don't. They just need you to educate them as to why these make sense. You have got 3 grandchildren between the ages of 1 and 5. Why wouldn't you put something aside for 20 years that comes due for them? Let them take out their loans. Let them do whatever everyone else does. And maybe the family helps them, or maybe they help themselves pay their own way through college. Then, when they are in their 20s, after they've already been through school, this money starts to materialize to help them pay for their school loans. What a gift. You transfer these funds at a very low cost to the grandchildren or their trust. Let's say that Grandpa puts away $150,000 now. The payments start in 20 years and go through 30 years. You are making 6 times your money. You put away $200,000 and now it's $1.2 million. That comes out to your grandkids over that period of time, and unlike a Section 529 plan, if they don't use it or they get a scholarship, that money can be used for their first home purchase or to put away for their own retirement. As long as the trustees are comfortable that they are doing the right thing with the money, it's their money to do with what they want. If they want to pay off their school loans, they can pay off their school loans. If they want to apply it to something else, they can apply it to something else. A lot of our clients tell us, look, I only want something that starts paying right away. But if you dig down below that first level and ask them if they have any long-term care insurance, well, no, I don't like insurance, and if I have the big one or get cancer, I'm never going to use the long-term care insurance. It's a waste. Why should I pay $10,000 or $12,000 per year for something I am never going to use? Well, okay, Bob, you're 65 years old. You probably wouldn't use it for 20 years. Let's hedge our bets. Let's put $100,000 aside in something that comes due in 20 years. You've got $600,000 to $700,000. If you or your spouse does need care down the road, you've got this pot of money. And you know what? If you never use it, go on a vacation with it. Spend it. Give it to your grandkids. Give it to whomever. But it will be there. And it's guaranteed. It's not like a long-term care policy where you buy it and it's not there. Everyone in this economic class knows that long-term care planning is one of the biggest hurdles that we face. Here is a unique way to solve it. The best part about it is that you don't have to use it for long-term care. If you want to, it's there. Unlike the actual long-term care insurance, you don't have to use it that way. I hope these ideas are helpful. There are many deals on our deal sheet today offering a wide range of payouts and schedules. Review the deal sheet and give me a call. Thanks for joining me.